Good morning, y'all. Good afternoon, good evening, what it do? This is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly appreciated as always. If you could, for your favorite future life coach, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. Make sure you stay up to date with all of my future Teachable Tuesdays content. And without further ado, I want to talk to you guys today about post-breakup feelings / post-like breakup feelings. And I say like because sometimes, you weren't in a relationship with that person, but maybe you did. Maybe things seem to be going in that direction. And unfortunately, things ended up not working out. And sometimes it can suck, right? And there's not too many worse feelings in the world than when someone you're in a relationship with breaks up with you, or someone you could potentially be in a relationship with decides to call it quits, right? And there's many different reasons as to why that person could have broken up with you. Maybe they sensed something that they didn't like. Maybe they felt like things just weren't aligned. Or maybe they had, other options if you guys weren't officially in a relationship. And they felt like there was a better option than you. And all those reasons suck. Let me just put it out there. There's no sugarcoating it. I can sit here and tell you all day, it's okay and this and that. And it will be okay. Let me just make that perfectly clear. But let me make it also clear that if you are bothered and upset about this, which I'm assuming 99.5% of you guys are, it's okay for you to feel the way you feel. Even my fellas, I know a lot of times we're taught to, if a woman breaks up with you, just let it be what it's going to be, move on with dignity. Very true, but it's also very okay for you to feel the way. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you move forward in a dignified manner. And I would tell my ladies the same thing. But here are some things that I want you to recognize about post-breakup feelings that are okay to acknowledge, but what you should do in spite of those things. So I'm gonna start with the obvious reason. Number one, especially if you were in a romantic relationship, right? It's okay for you to miss them. Let me just put that out there. It's really okay, like real talk, for you to miss that person. And the reason why I say it's okay is because, listen, breakups hurt. When you break up with somebody, essentially you are grieving. And as I always say on this channel, grieving doesn't have to tie into death. Excuse me, by the way. Sorry. Grieving a lot of times ties into the loss of something or someone. And you lost someone that you could see a future with, especially if you were in a long-term relationship, like you were dating them for years, and God forbid, don't let you be engaged, right? Or even married. Then, that hurts, right? That's one that's tough to recover from. And I'm not talking about if you broke up with somebody. I'm talking about if someone broke up with you. And I'm not saying that if you break up with somebody, it's any better, but more likely than not, when someone breaks up with you, you're probably blindsided by it a lot of times, right? Like, I didn't see this coming. Or if you did see it coming, you would hope it wouldn't happen. So it's okay for you to miss them. What is it not okay to do? It's not okay for you to necessarily take them back, or better yet, chase after them. I ain't gonna say take back. We'll come back to take back in a second. It's not necessarily okay for you to chase after them in spite of. If somebody wants to break up with you, let them go. Like I said, move forward with a dignified manner, and you have to start the recovery process, right? You have to identify the 5 stages of grief, the fact that things didn't work out. And sometimes you even have to do that when a potential relationship didn't work out. I've been in a lot of relationships. I've also been in a lot of potential relationships. And sometimes, and not all the time, but sometimes the potential relationships will actually hurt a little bit more than the actual relationship, because I really, really genuinely desired that person, right? And it just kind of sucked. You know what I'm saying? So that's one way you could look at it. Another thing, it's okay for you to want them back. What is not okay to do? It's not okay for you to necessarily take them back if they come back around. Now, I know, they come back in the picture after a couple months. They're like, I was wrong, or, I messed up, I goofed up, I needed time to work on myself, so on and so forth. And all of that sounds cool and dandy and fine. And whether you take them back or not, at the end of the day, is up to your own discretion. I don't judge either way. But the reason why I say it's not necessarily okay for you to take them back, because here's the bottom line. You don't know who they've been messing around with during that time period, right? That's one reason. And it's just, it's factual, right? You know, sometimes people break up with you because like I mentioned before, especially if you were not in a relationship with them, they probably had other options. The fact of the matter is, people that are not in relationships, when they're getting to know you, you guys are in the talking stage, the dating stage, so on and so forth, people potentially, I'm not saying all people, but a lot of people do have other options as far as who they're seeing, who they are interactive with, who they might even be potentially intimate with, right? And these are just reality checks. So you have to kind of look at it from all angles, right? And granted, you have that same right as well, too. And shoot, sadly, even people in relationships sometimes be having side pieces. I ain't saying it's right, but I'm just calling it how it is, right? So you don't want to necessarily be so quick to take that person back, because they might be back just for the simple fact that 7 times out of 10, I ain't gonna say all the time, but 7 times out of 10, they're back because the grass wasn't green on the other side. And they realized, crap, I had a solid person, I tried to mess with this person, that person, so on and so forth. Job ain't work out, right? Now I'll give you one more. It's okay for you to feel anger and a bit of resentment and maybe even bitterness for a short period of time. Let me make that clear. It's not okay for you to act on those feelings or stay in those feelings for a long period of time. A lot of people say when somebody breaks up with you, don't be angry about it, don't be resentful, blah, blah, this, and they try to discredit your feelings. No, it's okay for you to be angry. It's okay for you to be a little resentful. It's okay for you to be a little bitter. You're going to feel those feelings. All of those feelings come within the stages of grief. Those are the part of the 5 stages of grief. Well, anger is definitely it. Bitterness is tied into it. And regret as well. That's tied into it as well. But you don't want to stay there for a long period of time. Because at the end of the day, guess what? That person broke up with you. If they really wanted to stay with you, they still would be with you. And you have to understand that the world still goes on. Time still goes on. You will heal. I know that it doesn't feel like it at the time. I know it feels like somebody literally put a Mortal Kombat, pull your heart right out your chest, literally. And that junk hurts. Because now you walking around feeling like, man, I ain't got no heart. This junk hurts. And it's okay for you to feel away. But don't stay there forever. Eventually, you have to get up off your feet and be like, you know what? This junk hurts, but I'm going to start the healing process. I'm going to allow God to come in my life and fill in that place where my heart is empty. I'm going to allow God to heal me and to love me and to remind me, my son, my daughter, it's okay. I got your back. And it's tough. It's tough. I'm not going to lie. It is tough. As someone who desires to be married, to be a husband, to be a father, every time I try to work something out with somebody and it does not work, it hurts. It really hurts. But I have to remind myself that each time it does not work, that it may not have worked out with you, but it's guaranteed to work out with somebody else. It's kind of like passing the test. All I need to do is pass it one time. One time. The same thing can be said for, finding that person for you. All I got to do is find that one person. That one person where things just align the way it's supposed to. Right? So bottom line, at the end of the day, guys, breakups are not easy. Breakups or split-offs, I'm going to say split-offs for, the non-relationships. It's not easy. It sucks. But in all things, remember that when one chapter closes, how's the saying go? Another chapter always opens. Remember that, okay? It's Marcus Fraser for Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly, greatly appreciate it as always. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, notification button. And until next time, I'll see you guys very soon. Love y'all. Peace.